Hi, welcome to Cooking at My House. Tonight I am making satay chicken for the family. I'm going to show you how I do this. It is really easy, really simple, and there's other ways that you can change a little bit to make a curry that you like. Okay, so first of all, we need to figure out what we're going to put into this curry. Now I'm putting chicken in it. I've got some chicken that I've had defrosting all day. I'm putting in onion, I've got capsicum, I've got some carrots, I've got some leftover broccoli and beans. Now, depending on what your family likes, you can throw in as many or as little veggies. I like to pack it with this because that way my daughter doesn't know exactly what she's eating and doesn't realize that she's having all the good stuff. But you can admit or put in other things that you prefer, but I try to throw in as much as possible to make it as healthy as possible while still having a bit of fun with it. So first of all, I need to prep all of my ingredients. So let's get on with it. So first of all, we are going to prep our onion. So you're going to chop your onion in half. Now this is also feeding about 4 people. You can probably get a little bit more out of it, or if you like bigger portions, you'll be able to get a few less meals. Okay, so just peel your onion. Just gonna chop the top and the bottom off. Now this one we're just doing really rough and really coarse. Chop it down the middle, okay, literally just down the middle, and then turn it to the side and just chop along. And then you get these nice big chunky bits, okay? You don't want them really fine, you want them nice and coarse. Next thing, just peel your carrot. Now you could use a full carrot. This is all that I have left over. That is why I'm only using half a carrot. Okay, try and make them as even as possible. I'm just going to leave them as full moons. If you don't have a full carrot like me, what I'm going to do is just chop these bigger pieces in half just to get a little bit more of it to go around, but it's not necessary. And then I'm going to get my capsicum. I'm going to find the flattest edge possible first to chop. Once it's like that, just do some nice thin slices. Like so. Put them together and then chop them up. So they're about the same size as your carrot. Once again, remember, always make sure your flat side is down just to stop it from rolling around and prevent any injuries. Now I've only got a little bit left there, so I might just use the whole capsicum and not let it go to waste. If it was a bigger one, I'd probably only use half a capsicum. I'm gonna get some green beans that I've got left over from my roast. Okay, sort of group them together and I tap it so all the ends are hitting the end of my knife. Okay, so then I can just do one swoop through and cut them all off. Okay, turn around the other end Tap, tap, tap. Tap them together. You can do only a few at a time once you're still learning your knife skills. Okay, and if I've missed one, there. Okay, then get them all together. Okay, and then just chop them roughly down the center. Now I'm just going to cut off the stalks and then just chop them in half. Probably use 2/3 of a broccoli. Okay, so I need to get my water boiling. So I put on a medium sized saucepan. I filled it up about 3/4 of the way, and I'm just going to cover it with the lid and wait for it to be rapidly boiling before I put my rice in. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start making our curry now. So I use this brand of sauce. You can use whatever brand you like. You can use the exact same vegetables. You can use more, you can use less, you can use different ones. There is no right or wrong with this. You can just change whatever sauce that you're wanting to use depending on what you feel like for the night. Okay, so I'm going to get I'm using a big deep saucepan for this, just so while I'm cooking it there's enough space for it to soak in the sauce. I'm going to put just a little bit of oil, not too much. Just let it heat up, and then I'm going to add my onion. I've got that on a medium heat. I don't want to burn it. I want it to go translucent and see through the onion. Okay, remember it's got to keep cooking through slowly. So we're just starting the cooking process just to bring out the flavour in the onion before we add our chicken and the rest of our veggies. Okay, you're going to add your chicken and just start tossing it around. And you just want to seal it, which means that all the sides have changed colour. They're all going to be white and sealed in, and then we'll add our veggies to it. Okay, you can see my water is now rapidly boiling. I'm going to add roughly 1.5 cups. I'm using brown rice just purely for the health factor, but you can use basmati rice, even medium, long size, whatever you've got in the cupboard. But I'm going to put that in, and then you're going to stir it up, stir it around, break it all up. Then you're just going to put your lid on just sort of halfway, just to cover it, keep the steam in, but it's not going to bubble over, hopefully, too much. Okay, this has nearly sealed all over. And once it has, you're going to add all your veggies. Okay, so you're going to put them all in. You're just going to toss them around just to cook them a little bit before we add our sauce. A few minutes, I'm now going to pour my sauce in. I'm going to now fill the jar up with about 1/3 of the way of water, shake it really well, pour it in. this is going to get rid of any of the sauce that we might have missed. It's also going to thin out the sauce just a little bit to make sure that it's covering everything. And give it a stir. What I'm going to do now is drop the heat to a medium-low. And I'm going to put my lid on and just let it sit and let the veggies cook through. Every now and then, just take the lid off. Just give it a good stir. Put the lid back on. And keep going. Okay, if you're like me and love naan bread, what I've got here is just some, I think it's literally called naan bread. I'm not too sure. You can get it in the aisle where all the curries are. I just get a garlic one, and I'm literally just going to sprinkle it with some cheese and put it in the oven for about 5 minutes. You just want it to melt. And now I've also taken off the lid of my curry for the last 5 to 10 minutes just to let it re-thicken back up a bit. Now that the veggies are pretty much cooked and tender, my rice is just about done. Okay, once your rice is done, what you need to do is immediately strain it, get the water all out, put it back into the saucepan, cover it with the lid so it stays warm until your curry is ready. And there you have it. Put some rice on your plate, cover it with your curry. My naan bread is just about ready. It's just about finished melting. Chop that up into some nice bite-sized pieces and you're done. Enjoy dinner. Bye.